So I'm gonna say something that a lot of people might disagree with, but just hear me out. I believe that getting full range of motion on all of your exercises actually is very unimportant. It's not something that you should be completely dialed in on, and I'm gonna explain why. So let's say you're doing pull-ups, right? You're doing pull-ups, the highest you can get without getting any bicep activation, without you know just the highest you can get on the pull-up bar without activating your biceps whatsoever is like here, right? I would argue that it would be better to do these, what a lot of people would say, like as half reps or three-fourths reps. I would argue that it's better to continue to do these rather than get like an extra inch or an extra couple inches of range of motion, but you get those couple inches by um, doing your pull-ups and activating your biceps to kind of pull yourself up those extra inches. I would argue that it's completely pointless for anybody to kind of just like mindlessly pursue range of motion, because that's what you end up seeing a lot. Like you end up seeing people kind of just like here online on the fitness community, like, oh, make sure you're getting full range of motion, make sure you're getting full range of motion. But that's a little bit misleading because some people they would just like mindlessly follow this advice and they mindlessly pursue full range of motion, and because of that they end up fatiguing their muscles, fatiguing their bicep muscles. And let me real quick explain the problem with that. So if you're fatiguing your bicep, let's say you're doing pull-ups in the beginning of your workout or in the middle of your workout, right? It's a back and bis day. You're doing back, you're exercising back and exercising your biceps, right? If you're fatiguing your bicep muscles while doing a back exercise like pull-ups, that's going to ruin not only the rest of your reps for that set, it's going to ruin the rest of your sets for pull-ups because now your biceps are fatigued and now like you're going to be limited on the amount of output that you're going to be able to put into your back when you're doing your pull-ups. But it's also going to ruin the rest of your workout as well, because what I see a lot of people do, like they almost obsess over getting maximum full range of motion on all their exercises, especially back movements. They when they're rowing, they want to get the row like all the way back here, or while they're doing lat pull downs, they want to bring it all the way like this. But let's say you're doing lat pull down. Also, another problem with trying to go for full range of motion. Let's say you're trying to work lats for lat pull down, right? Like the lat, it stops here, right? Anything past here, you're no longer activating your lat. Let me turn to the side so you can see. So you're doing lat pull downs. Anything past like here, you're no longer getting anything extra out of your movement. So let's look again, right? Look how far above my chest that is. Look how far above my chest that is. But I would see people doing lat pull downs specifically for the lats, and they would bring it all the way back like this, and they would try to squeeze their back as much as they can. Like, what that's gonna, only thing that's gonna do for you is give you unnecessary trap activation and unnecessary mid back or upper back activation. And if you're trying to go for lats, you definitely don't want that, because what that's gonna do is those muscles are all. I feel like the lats are one of the strongest back muscles, and your traps aren't gonna be able to keep up with your lats. So if you fatigue your traps when you're trying to hit lats, or you fatigue your upper back when you're trying to work out your lats. Your lats are a big muscle, they can handle it, but if you're fatiguing those muscles, it's going to definitely hinder the amount of output that you'll be able to output when you're trying to hit lats using those exercises. So if this is the highest you can bring yourself when you're doing pull-ups, or this is the highest you can bring yourself when doing pull-ups, I believe that it would be much more beneficial to do this, what you can do while still getting maximum back activation and not incorporating your biceps whatsoever. I believe this is much, much better than um, exerting as much force as you possibly can with your back and then getting a few more inches and going up to here. But you're using your biceps to get up there. I believe it is just completely pointless to purposely incorporate your biceps into a back movement just for a little bit extra range of motion, because what it's going to be end up being completely and utterly useless for building the back, and what you're now doing is fatiguing bicep muscles for absolutely no reason, and it's going to definitely be a detriment for the rest of your workout while you're hitting back and biceps.